Hello and welcome to a Spider Strategies QuickScore training video. In this video, we'll be covering using and creating briefings in QuickScore. Briefings in QuickScore are great because they provide the ability to bring diverse QuickScore content into one comprehensive full-screen presentation medium, kind of like an internal PowerPoint deck, to share with consumers and contributors in QuickScore. Also, briefings are great because they provide the author with the control of the presentation flow to support the direction and narrative story that he or she wants to show and share with his or her audience. And lastly, briefings in QuickScore are great because they provide real-time, live, drill-down access to the underlying applications and data behind the presentation itself. For any of you who are new to what briefings are, let's take a quick look at an existing briefing in our Mobile World Inc. sample playground environment in QuickScore. I've opened QuickScore and have landed at the home page. From the home page, to view a briefing, you of course click on the Briefings section of QuickScore. In this case, the only organization that contains an existing briefing is the Mobile World Inc. organization, so we'll select it. Within the Mobile World Inc. organization, we have an existing briefing called the Monthly Staff Meeting. I'll go to the far upper right corner and click Start to present this briefing in full page mode. You can see the briefing is comprised of 14 pages, and we start with the Key Measure History dashboard. I can use the arrows or chevrons at the top to navigate forward from page to page into page 2 of sales pipeline, page 3 of effects of IT initiatives, or back to sales pipeline. So forward and backwards via the right and left pointing arrows or chevrons. I can also navigate directly to any desired page of the briefing by using the drop-down menu and select a particular page that I'd like to navigate to, such as the marketing report, or the financial overview, or the customer satisfaction dashboard. After viewing any elements or pages of the briefing, I can stop the full page presentation and get back into the briefing into more of an edit mode. Also, when you're in any particular briefing page, you can click on an element of a dashboard page and navigate down into further details about that given measure. In this case, I've selected average monthly use. After viewing the details of average monthly use across a couple different time periods, I can easily navigate back to the briefing itself by clicking in the upper left corner on the monthly staff meeting blinking indicator to get back into the briefing itself and continue my navigation page to page throughout the briefing itself. Again, I'll click Stop, and then let's get back into discussing how to create a briefing like this. Having reviewed that mobile world art of the possible in a briefing, let's show you how to create a new briefing in QuickScore. Creating a briefing in QuickScore is basically a 7-step process. You start by opening the briefing section of QuickScore, move on to access the appropriate organization within which you'd like to create a briefing, click the New Briefing button at the top of the black navigation pane on the left, provide an appropriate name for your new briefing, and then click the Create button towards the upper right. Next, review the existence of your new, at this point, empty briefing. Then navigate to any existing scorecards, dashboards, reports, initiatives, or applications you want to add as pages in the briefing and use the Send To button to make them elements of the desired briefing. Then you select the new briefing destination and click Save in the lower right. let's get into a live demonstration of the creation of a new briefing in QuickScore. Once again, I've logged into QuickScore and have started at the QuickScore homepage. I'll enter the Briefings section of QuickScore, select the organization that I'd like to work with, which in this case is the Mobile World Inc. organization. At the top of the black navigation pane, I'll select New Briefing. I'll provide this new briefing with the name of Demonstration Briefing and click Create. From there, I'll navigate into areas where I have existing applications and content that I'd like to add to the new briefing. Let's start by going to the Strategy Maps area and select our Mobile World Strategy Map. Towards the upper right, I'll use the Send To drop-down menu and select Briefing. I can name this slide anything I'd like, but I'll go ahead and just accept the default name of Mobile World Strategy Map. Towards the lower right, I'll select the destination of the demonstration briefing and I'll click Save to save that strategy map in my newly created demonstration briefing. Next, let's add a dashboard to the new briefing. In this case, I have a collection of 4 different dashboards that already exist. We'll go ahead and use the Key Measure History dashboard. Again, use the Send To drop-down menu. Select Briefing. Once again, I'll accept the default name for this slide of Key Measure History, although I could change it if desired. And again, I'll select the demonstration briefing as the destination where I want to send this to and click Save. Moving on, let's add a chart or a report to this new briefing. In this case, I'll go to the Mobile World Inc.'s collection of existing charts and reports and select the Financial Overview report. I'll use the Send To drop-down, select Briefing. Again, confirm the name of the slide. In this case, I'll select or I'll accept Financial Overview. Again, towards the lower right, I'll select Demonstration Briefing and click Save. Next, let's get a scorecard view in our briefing. We'll go to the Scorecards section of the Mobile World Inc. organization. We'll open the Financial Perspective and the Increase Revenue Objective. And let's add a view of our Increase Revenue Objective to the new briefing. Again, we'll select the Send To drop-down, select Briefing. Once again, I have total control over the name of the slide within the briefing. Again, I'll select the demonstration briefing as the destination where I'm sending this to and click Save. And lastly, to round things out, let's add an initiative view into our briefing. We'll go to the Initiatives section of QuickScore, where we have an initiative to build a search engine optimization capability, and we'll add a view of this initiative into our newly created briefing. Again, I'll send to a briefing. Once again, I'll accept the default slide name of Build an SEO Capability, select the demonstration briefing, and again, click Save. After all that, let's take a look at the result of our briefing. Of course, to access the briefings, we'll go to the Briefings section of QuickScore, select our newly created demonstration briefing. In this case, I would like to see the 5 pages of this new briefing in full screen mode, so I'll click the Start button in the upper right corner. Page 1 is the view of our Mobile World Strategy Map. Page 2 is our Key Measure History dashboard. Page 3 is our Financial Overview report. Page 4 is our Increase Revenue Objective. And page 5 is our Build a SEO Capability Initiative. If I navigate back to the Financial Overview report, again, we'll reiterate that I can drill into, for instance, the product revenue measure and get detailed information about that single measure. For instance, viewing its performance over time. And when I'm done viewing those details, I can click in the upper left on the blinking Resume at Demonstration Briefing for Financial Overview and return to the briefing itself. When I'm done viewing this briefing in full screen mode, I can click Stop in the upper right corner. Before ending this lesson, one last thing I'd like to make you aware of is regard to edit mode on a briefing. The edit button exists at the bottom of the black navigation pane as well as in the upper right corner next to the Start button to view the briefing in full screen mode. In either case, you're brought to the same edit interface. You have fairly limited editing capabilities on a briefing. You can reorganize pages to put them in a different presentation order. Off to the right, you can delete slides from a briefing presentation. You will be asked to confirm that you really want to delete a given slide, which in this case, I will go ahead and delete the financial overview slide or page of my briefing. And then when you're done doing that type of editing, you can click Done. Please be aware that if you desire that the pages of the briefing are fundamentally changed, you need to go back to the original application itself, whether it be a dashboard, strategy map, report, or initiative, and make changes to that original object so that those changes are in turn reflected within the briefing. I'll click Done to get out of edit mode on our newly created demonstration briefing. And with that, we'll conclude this presentation about briefings in QuickScore. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at learn@spiderstrategies.com. Thank you for your time and have a great day.